At the National Assembly today, they say utadu. Utadu, you'll go there, you'll call a special meeting, you'll talk, and utaenda. What's important that the differences between the Senate and the National Assembly will continue to persist. And it is high time, and we must all recognize this, that we now must put these differences because it is irreconcilable.
It is this sentiment by Baringo County Senator Gideon Moi that was a clear indicator differences within the bicameral parliament may be here for the long haul.
The High Court has said there will be no CDF without the concurrence of the Senate. And Mr. Speaker, whatever clothing they want to give CDF will still go back to that judgment. This Senate should rise and say either a fund for all or a fund for none.
Mr. Speaker, this House has made pronouncements and disagreed with Sarah Serem, Mr. Speaker, and SRC. But, Mr. Speaker, this House cannot go ahead and say, Mr. Speaker, that you will deny resources to SRC so they cannot function.
But amid the squabbles lies the nagging question: is time ripe to disband the Senate? This school of thought has already been espoused by some members of Parliament who argue that the Senate has outlived its usefulness.
You see, we are not on a special sitting. We have another paper, not a special sitting. We have business. We have serious business to transact.
We don't call special sittings to discuss 1 billion, which has no regulations, which has no framework.
What exactly will the senators use this money for? A whopping 1 billion. No small change, Mr. Speaker. It is illogical to give a senator, each one of them, on average 1.6 million every month. That is what it translates to. Just to go and sit in a baraza with wazees and buy for them sodas and buy for them whatever. That is exactly what we were about to do.
The Senate is established under Article 98 of the Constitution. It has 47 elected senators and 20 others nominated, representing special interests. Its primary role is to safeguard the interests of counties as provided for by Article 96 of the Constitution.
There's no fixed time for breastfeeding. Children are fed when they cry. Now that we are crying, this is the time for the change of the Constitution.
The Speaker, yesterday in their debate, the Lord went into their hearts. And at the end of the day, they created a 9-member committee to go on a fishing expedition of the Constitution and see what they can grab in terms of powers. And they said some of the things they want to get is the vetting powers. We have no problem, but I want to assure them that after that committee submits its report, the National Assembly of the Republic of Kenya and the county assemblies will have a say to any constitutional amendment. So as they move, we will wait for them.
The National Assembly, on the other hand, is established under Article 95 of the Constitution and has a total of 349 members, 337 of them elected. The remaining 12 represent special interests. But it is the immense powers vested in the National Assembly by especially Article 95 of the Constitution that has seen some players among the senators cry foul, accusing the National Assembly of abusing their powers.
Who is going to oversee the National Assembly? They are holding everybody at ransom, from individuals to institutions.
I was so saddened, extremely saddened, to see how politics has changed the good Reverend Mr. Speaker to the extent that he has become what he has become, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to remind him that the revelation saying, come back to your first love.
When you say a dog barking, don't concentrate on the dog, look for its owner. Musimi and Duale have owners, Mr. Speaker.
With the two houses locked in endless power games, the question remains, are the squabbles a threat to devolution? And if so, what should be done to ensure they are addressed once and for all?